Hi, my name is Lexa, and I run the Beautiful Palsy website. Today I'm gonna get ready, um, with and tell you about my relationship with Damon. I met Dayton in 2023. And he still is a meat department manager, and I was a cashier at the time. And I had a crush on his voice. His voice was one of the things that made me fall for him 100 times over. And the thing is that it took months and months for us to actually go out. I have a guardianship and conservatorship placed over me by the state of Iowa to help with my mental decisions and with my financial decisions because I cannot do it myself. But my parents were a little bit like, I don't know what's the word, I'm trying to think of the word, is basically that they were a little bit hesitant in allowing me to date so soon after being in a traumatic relationship with my ex. My ex was abusive, and he did not allow me to do the things that I wanted to do. So he kind of created a lot of mental health issues, a lot of trauma, a lot of hesitation for me to date again. But as soon as I recovered from that, I'm sorry, I'm turning my phone around on my mirror, that they allowed me to date him, and it took a lot of like reassurance from my family because they didn't know that he wasn't gonna change and he wasn't gonna treat me like shit because of what happened. Sorry, I was plugging in the straightener. They didn't know that they were going that he wasn't gonna change, and I think that a lot of that helped. Adding some fizzies, John Rita helps with the crazy hair look here. And I'm gonna add some JVN complete shine drops. But I think that what helped a lot for my parents is to know that nothing has changed. Nothing has like significantly hurt me or anything. And we continue to email to get to know each other, text, phone call. We did video chatting off of Google Meet, and texting off of there too. I mean, it wasn't really texting, it was like these little note situations. But, and I loved it. It was like one of the things that made everything matter for me, because the way how we did everything was like awesome. And I felt like I could finally feel like myself. And if I didn't have that in a situation for me, I just felt that it was not, it was just like I wouldn't be able to be myself. And a lot of people who are in relationships, for like people that try to be in a relationship, to make sure that things were gonna happen that way for me, or to make sure that things were gonna happen way for them, is to make sure that you know that your relationship or what you value in a relationship matters. And Dayton and I, I think it was a little bit hesitant on his part too, because of our age as well. And I think the 10-year age difference doesn't matter now, but it's just like for him, it was just so much more of a sense of, can I be in a relationship and can I deal with all the things that I've had happening to myself at the same time? And that was the part for me too, because I tried so hard to like figure out what was going on my end for that too. And we started dating in 2023 on February 14th. And our 2-year anniversary is coming up, so that's why I'm talking about it. And a lot of it is because the reason why it was my parents were the main reason, and they didn't know how well it was gonna go with me being able to be in a relationship, so that's why they like safeguarded my mental health too with the whole situation. And I can safely say, now that we're 2 years in, now that we figured out where we want to be in our lives and how we want to move on from each other, like move on from the past, that we have a healthy relationship now, we continue to be the type of people that we want to be in individuality, and I think that's important in that. So it's just a matter of fact of trying to see where that would lead in the beginning of our relationship versus currently. And then currently we just do everything for each other, because now as we currently we have a house together, that we're roommates, because my living situation got mold on my previous apartment, so now we have a house together. But like, he does things for me, and my mental health has gotten a little bit worse, so I had to stop some medications, and it just helped for me to know that if I have a moment where I'm not feeling well, he does it, and if he's not a moment that he's not feeling well, he does it, or I do it, depending on what it is. And it works in that way, just to know how things go for us. Sorry, here, it's not hearing today. It's just that what works for us is what works for us, but also is the knowing that how you contribute to that relationship is as you are, and that's a lot of life lessons that I've learned in the past for that. And I think that for me is to understand that the way how I met him was like we did video chatting, we did emailing, and I made a All About Me page, and the whole voice sparked it, and the hug sparked it. And I think it's just finding the way to how you can like coexist together. And I think that is what makes it more worth it for a relationship, and how we make it work for both of us. And what's also is just like making sure you take the time to understand each other. And I think that's what really, really, really helps for us, is to know how to do that. And sometimes it doesn't always work out that way for us, and so we have to like take a step back and say, how can I be better for you? What can I do for you? And that's what matters. A lot of people who were in abusive relationships don't realize what is healthy and what is not healthy. And I think for me, to know what is healthy for me is to know, take another step back and say, hey, you were in a really bad relationship. You don't want these things. How can I be better for that person? And not learning how to become toxic from that relationship. And I think that was most of it too. So, I just hope that everyone knows that how you acted, and I know I was going to say how I met my boyfriend, but mainly the whole thing how we met is letters and emailing and getting to know each other and lunch dates and stuff like that. But being there for each other, be here in the moment, and that's what matters for a relationship. And just be you. And that's all I have for today. I have to go do my makeup now, and I need to be standing, so I can't video anymore. But you guys have a great day, and I love y'all. And I'm sorry for not updating, because I've been focusing on my mental health. So, everyone be good. Try to be more aware of people who have mental health and have a disability, but be nice to each other too. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.